When you try to master any craft, you'll find out there's steps to follow, boundaries to stay within, and rules. But sometimes you need to throw away the order and just improvise.
Located near the corner of Broadway and 78th Street is the Soder Lee Black Box Theater, where improv is the name of the game. But according to the experts, you can't spell improvisation without spontaneity. Well, almost.
What happens is when people are younger, they're kids, they have no problem being spontaneous. They say, that man's fat, or this man's bald, or look at him, the funny man. And your mother tells them, don't say that. So what improv is about is teaching you how to be a kid again. You learn how to talk spontaneously and to speak as though you know what you're talking about when you don't have a clue sometimes.
I might be really good at this then.
There's also a really important community connection you make with improv. Unlike stand-up comedy when you're all alone, in improv you're always feeding off other people's energy and ideas.
A lot of things in society teach us to take credit for our own ideas, but improv teaches you to build together, to work together, and it's a very communal sport. I mean, improvisers love hanging out together and love working together. You work together and you don't try to identify whose ideas it was. It's our idea.
Doing improv isn't easy. Mastering it is even harder. But in this make-believe world, there are rules and techniques to follow.
So the rule
is to say yes and. Whatever I say, you yes and me. So we start off with why we were late. We were late because we were on our way here to come and we ran into a man in a car.
Yes, and the car seemed to only have 3 wheels on it today.
Yes, and with 3 wheels, he asked us if we could add a wheel, we could help him fix the flat.
Yes, but we didn't have a wheel to give him, so instead we
went over to a garage and we stole a wheel because we didn't have any money to get it. And we came back to the car and the man said to us,
Yes, he said, listen, I don't like dealing with thieves, but since you've got the tire today, let's just put it on there.
So we put it on. And
Tom had me on my toes trying to keep up the story with these yes ands. It's a lot harder than it looks.
We stayed there for a while, but realized that the class was here in the city, so we hopped on a boat.
Right, because that's the only way you could actually get from an island to another island. And once we got back to this island, we were actually longing for
the peace and quiet of a class. And so after the strenuous time we had, we settled down to the class, and that's why we're late.
That's why we're late.
Since I seem to get the approval of the whole class, time for me to join in. For the first exercise, the group plays a word association game. Throw a fake ball, say a word.
Toss it to someone else. White.
Black.
Pink.
Panther.
Green.
Goblin.
No. Smile.
Laugh.
French.
Next, we move on to the harder stuff. Improvising micro scenes.
How do we wind up working in such a dramatic park?
I don't know. I guess it's because we got in trouble at the last precinct, busting all those old people.
When are you gonna get over this make-believe we're cops thing? We're ice cream men.
I need a fantasy.
It's okay.
Anyone could be spontaneous and learn the craft of improv at Sunday Night Improv every week.